Pranam Swamiji, my father always curses me and humiliates me. I am the only one who has a dark skin in the family and others have a fair skin. I was treated well till my mother was alive. I don't have any courage to go back to my country. My Acharya Swami Ram Swarup Ji Acharya answers in the website vedmandir.com. My blessings to you, my daughter. This is a sin if anybody makes difference between black skin and fair skin. Such people do not know that we are not body, but we are souls and we reside within the body. The body is separate and we are separate, and in the whole of the world, all the people who are there to be counted, it means those are the souls who are residing within their bodies. All the learned of Vedas of the world know that the souls are not different from each other in any case. I mean to say, all the souls are minute, alive, purest, learned, and immortal, etc. But the bodies are destroyed one day. Suppose a farmer works in a field and in some circumstances he is smeared with mud, then it does not mean that he has a muddy skin and has to be hated. The people who make difference in colors are really pitiable because they will be badly punished by Almighty God. Reason being that they hate God-made creations. In this connection, I tell you a real story. There was a king named Janak. Once he saw a dream that he is very hungry and he is wandering in search of food. He reached a place where a piece of bread was lying on the earth. In the dream, the king immediately took the piece of the bread and was about to eat it. Then, at that time, a kite immediately snatched that bread and flew away. The king was so hungry that he became unconscious and fell down on the earth. Suddenly, he awoke and was surprised to remember the dream. He began to think that he is a king and how could he become a hungry beggar? He began to think whether he was a king or beggar. He made a royal announcement that anybody who would answer his question, that person would be sufficiently awarded and honored. On a fixed day, several persons gathered in a hall. The king was seated on the throne and a special chair was placed nearby him for the learned dignitaries who had to give answers to the king. A crowd of learned of Vedas and Shastras was gathered. From the crowd of learned, one by one, the learned started sitting on the chair and started giving answer, but King Janak was not satisfied with their answers. The crowd of the learned along with the other officials became silent in some time. After some time, a person who was disabled by 8 parts of the body and having totally black skin was seen limping. The person slowly reached the special chair, and as soon as he was seated, the crowd of the learned of Vedas started laughing. The crowd actually laughed at his distorted appearance, black skin and ugliness. They thought how this disabled person would be able to answer the king. The above quoted ugly person was adorable Ashtavakra Muni. He was not only learned of Vedas, but he did tapasya and realized the Almighty God and truth. His eyes had divine glow. After sitting on the special chair, Ashtavakra Muni in a very pleasant and calm voice asked the king, who were these persons sitting before him in a crowd? The king answered, O Muniji, these are the learned of Vedas and they knew the reality of the soul. In return, the Muni replied, O king, those persons did not know about the soul. They were all cobblers because they very well knew about my skin but not about my soul which resides within the body. Since they were cobblers and specialists of skin, that is why when I entered the hall with my disabled body, black skin and ugly face, they immediately judged me and started laughing. Had they been learned of soul, then they could have neglected this disabled body and black skin and would have respected me, knowing that I was a knower of soul and Almighty God. On the said reply of Ashtavakra Muni, all the persons sitting there were embarrassed and repented. Thereafter, Muni replied to King Janak's question and said, O Janak, neither you are a king nor you are a hungry beggar. Your body seems to be a king by wearing the dress of king. Actually, you are the soul which resides within the body. The king was satisfied and under the guidance of Ashtavakra Muni, the king got the eternal knowledge. The above real story teaches us not to judge the skin but to judge only the knowledge. So my daughter, forget all the illusion and never feel depressed and demoralized. My blessings are always with you. I love you, my daughter, and I also love your son. You may try to come to India also. However, I am sorry to listen about the death of your beloved mother. What a beautiful answer by my Acharya. Really excellent answer. I hope this video helped you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.